Tonight on B to the Third Power. Tomorrow, big day. Are you making sure your voice is heard this monumental election? And breast cancer survivor Wanda Briscoe's in the house, sharing with us all about her breast cancer initiatives. Then you add, now she's answering. It's Add Sherri, baby. And the Power Panel returns. They're giving us the latest and greatest in business, finances, family, and politics. This is an episode you don't want to miss. B to the Third Power starts now.
Another exciting episode of B to the Third Power, where we are being intentional,
bridging gaps,
and building
communities.
Yes, come on in, you guys. We have an amazing show lined up for you tonight. And guess what? Go on and make sure you hit the like and share button, right?
Like, share, love.
Yes, like, love, and share. Make sure you do that, because I'm telling you, somebody's going to need to hear this information that we're presenting tonight. And now Sherri and I may not know them. Guess who does? You do, baby. And the only way they're going to get it is if you share the love, because sharing is
caring.
Yes. Right. So why don't we go ahead and catch up, Share Bear?
Wow.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was nice. I did a pop-up this weekend.
Yeah.
And it was chilly outside, so I'm not really sure how many more outside vending events I'll be doing. No.
Yeah.
Because it was a little chilly outside, so I don't think I'll be doing any more of those anytime soon. But it was nice, and got to hand out candy to the kids for the little trunk or treat, so that was nice. Everybody wore their masks, we safe distance and everything, so it was nice.
Yeah, it was definitely different, of course. Mm-hmm. It was going to be. My son was very disappointed because there was no trunk or treat or any type of Halloween, whatever else you call it. We just simply was like, no.
Oh,
we can't do that. Now, what we did do is my other mother came over, and she sat in the driveway just in case kids wanted to pass by and get something. So he did get candy from all of her bags, but I just was like, not this year, baby. We're not going. We gonna be still. We're gonna be still.
They had a few nice ones out and about that I saw where people, were able to be distant and have their mask on, and yeah, it was different, but you have to adjust some kind of way. So
yeah, true that.
Yeah.
Well, I did the opposite of what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks, and I actually worked this weekend. So many projects going on. And actually, I'm super excited because I'm helping one of my authors with her re-release. And so I'm excited because she hit the bestsellers list. Yesterday. She hit the bestsellers list yesterday. And so I was super excited for her on that. So I've been hustling all weekend long.
Yeah.
Yeah, and wait a minute. It's our show. So I can plug her, right? Yeah, I can plug her.
It's you. Do you?
Go ahead, you guys. Make sure you check out Wanda Gregory's Great Morning #Watch God. It is on sale this week. It's currently on a flash sale for just 99 cents. The ebook is. So go ahead and get you a quick copy. I promise you, you're going to be inspired. I'm so proud of her. And we'll bring her on another time for her to tell her own story. But yeah, I've been hustling all weekend with her and just some other publishing things. And so I worked this weekend. Well,
I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you moving in that. I really am.
I know. Y'all don't know. Sherri and I, did we go around? We went around. I'll say we went around earlier this year when COVID hit, because Sherri was like, Lynn, like, you're a publisher, why are you faking? Like, she was like, you're faking, stop it. Like, we had a whole big conversation, and I was like, Sherri, yeah, I know. But I heard her, and I made the move, and so we're making.
And you know what? It's teamwork makes the dream work, because you also pushed me today when we talked, right? You pushed me, and we talked about some things, because I was a little. I'm not gonna say I was, because I still am. I'm still overwhelmed. I'm still dealing with all that comes with being a creative and trying to process and put everything in order and really make that thing work for you. So like you set me straight earlier today, and
you right.
Yeah, so that's what we do.
Because I've been doing it for a while. I just don't publicize it. I take it as it is. But I'm moving in it, and it's working, y'all. It's working. And
in 2020 is still the year of vision, right? It totally is still the year of vision, and being in publishing is so critical right now, because people are telling their stories, and right now people are in a creative state. That's where they are. You know what I mean? So, and there's no reason why it cannot happen still this year.
Exactly. It's so much time, even though it seems like it's 60 days or less, there's still so much time to get it done. You know what I mean?
And there's so many creative ways about going about doing it, and getting that platform, getting yourself out there, your name, the platform, all of that is still very much the year of vision.
Absolutely. And see, Sherri's been calling this the year of vision, and I've been calling it the year of manifestation, because in my mind, this is the year that which I'm to be doing would manifest, and it has. It has. And I'm not quiet about it anymore, because before I was moving quietly. I'm not so quiet about it anymore. But for those of you that are writing, be encouraged, okay? Because like Sherri said, it's still time. Not to mention, this is November, so even though I say it wrong half the time, it's National Novel Writing Month. But I always say it's National Book Writing Month, because whatever book you have in you, it's 30 days in November. You're a day shy, so 29 days left in this month for you to crank out your book, for you to intentionally sit down every day and write a certain amount of pages every day until you have your book done. You'll be amazed. You can walk away in November with your book completed.
Right. And the whole goal, and I tell people all the time, like, even when you write the book, we always write the book, and of course the goal is, I want to be bestseller, like I want to make great crazy money. I want to make crazy money. I've always said, look at it like this. It's not going to be buried in the grave, right? Yeah. You can finally put everything that you have in you, and your story and your words of advice or your help or whatever you want to have in your book. You can finally have that in a place that'll leave a legacy for your family. Even if nothing else, right? If nothing else, at least you leave your family with something to always have. Even if it's not like the bestseller, who knows? Your children's children might get a hold of it, and the next thing you know, it's in college classes. So don't sleep.
Get it out. Just get it out. Get it out. If you don't focus on the other stuff, like, there's been plenty of people, and that's what I loved about Wanda. Wanda came to me and said, I'm coming because it's time. She said, I don't care about being on the bestsellers list. She was like, that's not my concern. I just want to get it done because that's what I'm supposed to do. I got to get it out. And I love that. I love that about her. And now look at her. It worked. So I'm so proud of her. But we have some amazing other things happening this week. We want to make sure that you guys know about it. Make sure you tune in on Wednesday for Behind the Scenes Chat.
Yes.
B3rdPower, because we'll be hosting none other than Donna Hopkins, baby. From Hopkins Breast Cancer Inc. You know she's one of our favorite people, and Sherri and I got to be a part of her Good Morning America celebration a few weeks ago.
So much fun.
Yes. Well, she's coming back, honey, because she will. She's going to be hosting a 5K run and walk for breast cancer, virtual 5K this weekend, and she'll be telling us all about it and chatting with us about some other things Wednesday night. And again, that's Behind the Scenes Chat. Where can you find it? On our YouTube channel or Facebook page. So be sure to tune in 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday night for Behind the Scenes Chat.
So I'm just gonna throw you on out there, T.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna just go on to throw you on out there, T.
What you throwing me out there for?
Okay, so Donna sent me the link. Are you walking?
Oh, so see what had happened is
she sent me the link. I was like, let me 5K. Let me see.
Listen, I have other things that I'm going to be doing. So, but you got to tune in. You got to be a part of the walk to know what I'm going to be doing now. So I have other work I'm going to be doing. So we'll get into that. So you try to get.
Okay, well then let me come help you so that I don't have to. Yeah.
She's not going to let you off the hook.
She's going to make me walk.
She will get you. Listen. Yes. And so, so make sure you tune in. Look, this is how we act. So imagine how it's going to be Wednesday with all of us there. Tune in. It's going to be an amazing chat, you guys. Also, don't forget tomorrow, get out and vote. If you haven't already done so by mail or early voting, make sure that your voice is heard tomorrow in that monumental election. Okay, you cannot be mad if you did not participate.
Please don't.
And let's be clear, it's not just the president that you're voting on. And I always say this, people always want to participate in the presidential elections, but every election there is, you have to make sure you participate. Why? Because we're voting for our lawmakers. When we're not voting for the president, we're voting for the people that make the laws that affect us. We're voting for our congressmen. You have to get out and vote. Every election, whether it's a town, a local election, national election, we all should be getting out to vote. I cannot say that enough. Your vote does count. It does count. Even when you think it doesn't, it does.
And the sad part is to be honest, the sad part is that there are hundreds and thousands of people that literally died and were for us to have this right to vote. And for us to not just take it like it's just nothing, like whatever, like, oh, it doesn't matter. Or, it's just, it's sad to hear. It's sad to see. Just get involved, you guys. Just simply get involved. That's all. You can't, like T was saying, you can't sit back and complain if you haven't done your part. You can't sit back and complain. So go ahead out there. If you have to stand in line, stand in line. You've had plenty of time to do it early. Stand in line, get yourself a soccer mom chair, some bottle of water, and a bag of almonds, and maybe some cookies.
And a jacket.
And a jacket. And sit on out there. Because come Black Friday, if y'all Bamas, I'm going to say it, y'all Bamas out there at Black Friday, at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and if I come down the aisle and find out y'all didn't vote, that's crazy. But you out there Black Friday though.
And I gotta laugh, but that's so true. Because having you stand in line for sneakers and all that other stuff to get the jump on the latest and greatest product, but you can't.
But you won't
stand in line to make sure that your voice is heard in these elections.
That's why our community's still in the situation they in now. But I'm gonna get off my soapbox because that's why we in the same situation we in now because y'all out by. Okay, go ahead. Let's go ahead and go to break.
I was about to say, okay, bring it in, Mama. Bring it in.
I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna bring it.
We have an amazing show for y'all tonight while Sherri comes on off of her while Sherri comes off of her soapbox.
Come on.
I ain't gonna say she wrong though. I'm not gonna say she wrong. I'm just saying she gonna get off the soapbox because we have an amazing show left for you guys tonight. So of course it's the Power Panel returns tonight. We are so looking forward to the amazing conversations that we'll be having with them. And then Miss Wanda Briscoe is in the house. She is a breast cancer survivor, a breast cancer awareness advocate, and baby, she has some amazing things herself going on. So we want to make sure that you guys tune in to hear what she has to say. But you know what we got to do before we get started with that. We got to take a quick break. And while we do that, go and get your snack, get you some water and something good to drink, baby, and come on back because this is B3rdPower here on You Broadcast Media.
Yeah.
Global Executive Staffing provides top-level executive staffing to federal and private sector companies globally at the most competitive price. They are experts in coordinating and expediting projects from design to development. Global Executive Staffing is a Department of Veterans Affairs, Center for Veterans, certified service-disabled veteran-owned small business. To connect with Global Executive Staffing, go to www.gestaff.com.
to B3rd Sorry, Sherri.
Uh-huh.
We are super excited to have with us tonight Miss Wanda Briscoe. She is an author, a breast cancer survivor, a founder of Mariposa, yes, and definitely the spearhead of Wanda's Warriors. Welcome, Miss Wanda. How are you tonight?
Thank you for having me. I am doing wonderful, and I hope everyone is doing the same.
Absolutely.
I definitely will not complain.
So we are celebrating. I know we just wrapped up Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but you are definitely a breast cancer awareness advocate, and you have your own journey as well. So tell us a little bit about you and your breast cancer journey.
Okay, my breast cancer journey started on January the 19th, 2011. So I am a 9-year breast cancer survivor now. So in January of 2021, I'll be coming up on the big milestone, which is your 10-year, what we call cancerversary, because usually in that 10-year mark, the cancer has returned by that time. But praise God, it hasn't. So I'm going to have a celebration for that. But my breast cancer was found through just a general mammogram. I was doing my monthly self-exams, which is something that all women should be doing. And I didn't detect my lumps. The tumors were found on the mammogram because the tumors were in my milk ducts. And so there was no way for me to feel them. So that's why it's important for women to get your yearly mammogram. And I remember when the doctor, she told me, she said, you need to come back in and get your mammogram done. And to me, it didn't like click. It didn't mean like a big deal because most African-American women have dense breasts. And generally we have to go back and redo a mammogram anyway. So I went back and got the mammogram. Then she said, okay, called me like a week later and said, now we need to do a biopsy. And it still never dawned on me that something could be wrong. And so after the biopsy, she said, we're going to call you back in about a week with the results. But she actually called me back in about 3 days. And just to hear those 4 words, you have breast cancer, it literally shook me, my foundation. It just shook me to my core. I had a son away in college, and my youngest son, he was 13 at the time. So it was like, how do I tell my children that their mother has breast cancer? And so for me, it's been more of a spiritual journey for me because I didn't look at it as a death sentence. I looked at it as a life sentence because as women, we generally are doing so much for everyone else and we put ourselves on the list last. So I was just existing and not living. So breast cancer taught me how to live. And just it forced me to be an author. I became a speaker, with breast cancer. I became an advocate with breast cancer, started my own business called Mariposa Enterprises, LLC in 2018, in which I assist cancer patients and their families, and I educate their families on how to take care of someone that has cancer, because a lot of times we don't know what to tell you what we need. We're trying to process that we have cancer. So we can't tell you, oh, I need laundry done, or I need food, or my medicine needs to be refilled. So I teach the families, what to do, what to say, because there's even etiquette with this. You don't just tell someone when they say they've had breast cancer, oh, well, I know someone who's died from that. We don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Right.
Talk about putting your foot in your mouth. Like, no.
Yeah, exactly. And those are some of the things that I had to learn with my own journey from what people would say to me. And that's when my first book came out in 2012 called The Fight Within. And that's on my journey with breast cancer. And I remember one lady said to me, she said, you're lucky that they caught your breast cancer early. And so I I paused, and my reply to her was, how can I be lucky if I have breast cancer and you don't? It puts that back on them to make them aware. And she's like, oh, I didn't mean it like that, or I didn't mean to say that. But it's like you have to teach people the proper way to say things and not to say things. So,
I like that. I like putting it back on, because people don't know.
Yes.
You know, and they're not really aware of some of the things that they say, but to actually take and put it back on them, like, no, you know, I have breast cancer.
Yes.
Like, you don't like stop and think what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's like they'll say, well, call us if you need anything.
Yeah.
Right. No. Yeah.
No. Like, I'm going to need something. So just call me and ask me what I need. Because I'm going to need something.
Yeah. So I teach people, you know, if that person has children, come and help them with their homework, or take the children out for some quiet time, because that mother, that when you hear that diagnosis of cancer, it messes with you mentally. And she's still trying to process that. So she's not thinking about homework. She's not thinking about cooking a meal. She's not thinking about laundry. So take her some meals, or come over there and do the laundry. So that's the type of things that I teach through my business, Mariposa Enterprises.
Awesome.
I love that, because you hear so many different aspects of, and there's so many different foundations and organizations that come together to do work with cancer, and even breast cancer. But I love how each one finds a different niche. You know what I mean? So some may help financially, and even you, like, that takes it even further. Like, I love that, because it's like, no, let me show you how to care for a person. So if you don't know, because it's a lot for the person who's going through it to process, but it's definitely a lot for the family members to process too, because you don't know. You're probably just as scared as the person is. You know what I mean? And so to have somebody to come in and love up on you and say, let me show you how to do this and how to meet their need, that alone is just amazing. And I commend you for that. I love that.
Thank you. And
people have to understand that you don't want to be a burden on people, and that's their biggest fear, is being a burden on their family and being a burden on other people.
And to teach the families how important it is to have a strong support system. That is the number one thing that I would tell anyone that's been diagnosed with breast cancer or any type of cancer, to make sure that you have a strong support system. Because when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I was still living in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from Maryland, but I moved to Atlanta, Georgia in 1991, and I didn't come back to Maryland until 2016. So my parents had to drive from Maryland to Atlanta for each of my surgeries. I had 3 surgeries. They were driving back and forth. And even when we had to meet with the breast surgeon and all of that, my parents, they drove each time and sat there. And so that's important, to have a good support system and people, and have positive people around you. For me, like I said, it was a spiritual journey. It was like the wheat was being separated from the tare. The people that I didn't think that would be there to support me, they were there. And the people that I thought would be there to support me, they weren't. It was an eye-opening experience for me.
I bet.
But that's how that normally works out. It normally works out where the people that you expect to do something, it doesn't happen that way. But I love how God has a way of laying it on other people's heart to come in and feel what you need. And sometimes I think that's how He shows us His greatness. Is like, you're always dependent on this, but I have something better for you. And so I've seen that work out that way a lot.
And sometimes that's what you need. You never know what you may need to come in your life to stir up some things that have been dormant in your life.
I'd like to ask you a question, because personally, I have not gotten my mammogram like I'm supposed to. So can you speak to some of us you know, I always tell you guys, I'm very honest. I have no reason not to be honest. The fear in why you won't go get the mammogram, because that's where I am. Like, I don't know if I don't have a history of it, so I just don't want to go. You know what I mean?
Yes. So I didn't have a history. There is no history of breast cancer in my family. I was the first to be diagnosed with breast cancer. And for the statistics are 1 in 8 women get breast cancer. White women are diagnosed more than African-American women, where African-American women die more from breast cancer. The thesis behind that is because we don't go get checked, or we wait until it's too late, until the stage is too late. There's 4 stages. Mine was in stage 1. And so what I tell women, if you're afraid to go and get your mammogram, have a girlfriend go with you and just make it a spa day, or make it, you know, go shopping afterwards. And yes, the machine can be intimidating because they just, you know, pull on you like it's nothing. But it's so important because early detection is key. You know, the earlier it's detected, the longer your survival rate is. So go get your mammogram. I'll go with you. Well, I now since COVID, you know, people can't go in there with you or whatever, but just go get your mammogram. It's very important.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it has been amazing chatting with you this evening, Wanda, but we definitely want to make sure people know how to contact you. So can you give us your contact information so that if anyone is in need of your assistance or want to connect with you or your agency, they'll be able to get with you? What's your contact information?
Sure. They can go to my webpage, which is wandabriscoe.org. And on there, you can, there's a contact page on there. You can also join my mailing list on there because I send out a newsletter every week on what I'm doing and who's coming up on my show. I host a show every Thursday. And also information for Mariposa Enterprises on there, what it stands for, and you know what it means. So you can just go to my webpage, wandabriscoe.org, and fill out the contact page.
Absolutely. And 2 more things, because we want to make sure we don't miss out on that. Tell us a little bit about Wanda's Warriors.
Yes. So Wanda's Warriors started September 2019, and I hosted my own show on WBGR Gospel Network. And my son that's in the military, he is the one that gave it the name Wanda's Warriors, because I've overcome so much. And as being a warrior, you know, I overcame a stroke, overcame breast cancer, you know, 2 divorces, the murder of my youngest son almost 2 years ago. So that's where he got the Warriors name from. And every week I have a guest, and I like to promote those that are in the small business, especially authors, since I am an author. And we talk about different topics that are in the community, whether it's domestic violence. I've covered that topic, opioids in the community. And so then when COVID came and I couldn't go back into the studio, I launched it on Facebook and YouTube on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. And it's called Wanda's Warriors.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
and
love
where
it.
can they get it? Yeah, look, I told you she has so much going on. Where can they get your book from, Wanda? The Fight Within.
The Fight Within is all my books on Amazon. The Fight Within is on Amazon.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yes. Listen, you guys, you have to go out here and support Miss Wanda Briscoe. It's just to show you that through pain comes purpose. You find your purpose, and you are definitely walking in that. And I'm so glad that you took the time to come on to our show.
Thank you.
So we truly appreciate that. I'm very familiar with WBGR. So yeah, thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for the invitation.
You are so welcome.
Yes.
Well,
you have to come join us on the behind the scenes chat so we can just like chat it up.
Yes.
See, I told you we had to get you on there. Yes.
Yes.
But we are so grateful for you for you being on with us. Like Sherri said, make sure y'all go out and support Miss Wanda Briscoe. She's doing some amazing things. And for anyone that is currently going through breast cancer, you've been diagnosed and you need assistance, make sure you reach out to her so that she can help your family and you get what you need during your time of treatment. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't look, the resources are here, y'all. It's
They're
up
here.
to us to tap into them.
Yeah,
Okay.
the resources
So make sure
are here.
make sure you get with Wanda. I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit, Sherri. What you say, baby?
No, I just said the resources are here.
Yeah,
Yes.
the resources are here. We just want to make sure that you get connected. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Wanda. And y'all know what we got to do now. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. And when we come back, the power panel is up, honey. And they always have something amazing to talk about.
They do.
Intriguing. And it's a conversation that make you say,
yes, they do.
So go on and get your next re-up on your beverage and your snack and come on right back. This is B3rdPower here on U Broadcast Media.
Global Executive Staffing provides top-level executive staffing to federal and private sector companies globally at the most competitive price. They are experts in coordinating and expediting projects from design to development. Global Executive Staffing is a Department of Veterans Affairs, Center for Veterans, certified service-disabled veteran-owned small business. To connect with Global Executive Staffing, go to www.gestaff.com.
Welcome back to B3rdPower. So we are so glad to be here tonight. And guess what? We have another amazing power panel for you tonight. We have Bill Scott with Global Executive Staffing, and we have Ethel Davis here, our financial advising guru. So let's get started. And as Bill always says, ladies first. Miss Ethel, what do you have for us tonight?
I come with a cup full of encouragement.
Okay.
And the encouragement is that I think here in the last couple of weeks, we've been pretty wound up knowing that the election is coming up, and we have shared that, this is a very critical election, and we're asking everyone to vote. And so tomorrow is that big day.
Yeah.
And I know that people have a little anxiety around that, but I want to offer encouragement because, see, no matter who's in the White House, no matter, there's always opportunities out here to help us to get a hand up. See, some people just is looking for a handout, but sometimes we just need a hand up. And so why I think it's critically important for us to do that right now, because I have found lots of funding for new business owners that actually is available from even minority, I would say some celebrities and entertainers that really wants to help small business. I think that's encouraging. Number two, I do believe that there will be a stimulus package. I think that it was kind of political as to why we didn't get it before the election, but I wouldn't wait on that. I would start right now. Now is the time that if you want to start that business, now is the time, as you said, to write the book. Now is the time to get all your 7 income streams. I said 7 income streams coming in, because if one goes away, you're not sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, now what am I going to do? And we all have talents and skill sets that we really are not using. A lot of people have not really thought about, oh, I can turn that into a job. And so I would challenge my small business owners and those that want to be. Now is the time to go ahead and put it in place, and let's get started. Yeah. Don't wait, because the stock market today was up, right? And that's the day before the election. And no matter who wins, okay, we still are Zooming. We still have to go to the grocery store, and those that are not is using either Amazon or they're using Grubhub. Okay, they're using somebody. So really and truly, we are all, as consumers, we all should be making money. Because the things that we are buying, that's probably a great investment opportunity. And it doesn't take a whole lot of money. And if you're in debt, be encouraged, because you know what? You can get some of that debt written off if you just go about it in the right way. So I'm here to say, no matter where you are on this journey, your life, there is financial blessings out here, and there's financial blessings inside of you that you have not tapped into. So go ahead, let's go. We don't have time to wait.
Let's go.
Let's go. Right.
That's right. Let's go. That's right.
I got you.
No more excuses. No more excuses. No more excuses. Yeah.
Because it's never gonna, we always say, oh, when this happens, I'm gonna do it. Stop saying that. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
I totally agree 100%. Just do it.
Just do it.
It goes along with our conversation earlier, Sherri.
It does. It really does go along with what we were talking about earlier. Even in the courses. And if you're not sure how to go about doing it, find somebody that can help you through it to guide you in the right direction. Even me, guys, I know a lot of people look and say, oh, wow, okay, Sherri, no. Even me, I still had to go to my accountability partner, T-Lynn, and say, I'm just overwhelmed. I really am. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do with all of this creative that's going on in my head. I feel like I'm stretched in 100 different ways. So just get with the right person, get with the right people. You know what I mean? Stop sitting on your dreams and stop sitting and giving yourself a whole bunch of excuses. Just do it. Just start doing it. Yeah.
That was a good word right there.
Yeah.
All right, Phil.
Thank you.
What you got for us?
Thank you.
Yes.
He is too cool for school.
You know what? Hey, I can't help how I am. This how my mama
started.
this is how my mama reared me.
Right. He's so silly.
So, all right. In today's business world, let's talk about business the day before an election.
Oh.
Very key. Everybody thinks that the biggest issue is the election. The biggest issue is not the election. The biggest issue is business before and after the election. So one of the things that I always start with is a quote, and that quote for today, supporting another person's success won't ever dampen yours.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I like that quote.
That's fire.
Yeah.
This leads into the business concept. When a person thinks about business and they think about an election year and what's going on, we take things into account. Well, you shouldn't worry about who's going to win the election. It's very critical to people. Like Ethel said, it doesn't really matter who's going to win the election. What matters are what's already in place. The current president has no sitting president has ever nominated and got appointed 3 Supreme Court justices in one term. Never. It's never been happening. In 45 presidents, that's never happened.
Exactly.
So there are laws that are about to change that are going to affect everything you do business-wise. Okay? So when you start talking about, Ethel talked about, she believes there's going to be another stimulus package coming out. Well, with stimulus packages in business, there comes capital gains.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know about that. If you own a piece of property and you sell that piece of property, you can't just take that money and run. You can't go on a vacation with that money. That money has to be reinvested into a similar tool
So you won't have
to what you were already investing. So if you own property in Baltimore, Maryland, when you sell that one house in Maryland, you got to go buy something else in the real estate industry unless you fill out a tax form that changes where you're moving that money.
Right.
Okay. So my point to all of this, talking about taxes, stimulus packages, capital gains, your retirement packages, deductions, different brackets and different rates. What people aren't looking at is the big picture. So knowledge is power. You all have always said on B3rdPower that knowledge is power. Well, I'm going to give you some knowledge tonight that's going to make you powerful going into 2021. If you don't do nothing else between tomorrow and December 31st, start reading the 2020 tax laws that apply to you.
Yes.
Because in 2021, they've already been stipulated and changed by the IRS. So I'm gonna break it down to you so that you have a clear understanding. I'm gonna put on my Barney hat so that you know it's a purple thing, so that you don't have no misunderstanding. If you are head of household and you make 54, well, let's say third income bracket, you're head of household and you make $86,000 to $164,000 a year. In 2021, the tax that is due is $13,293. That's how much money you owe the IRS if you're in that 86,000 and above tax bracket. But guess what? That's not all you owe. You owe the $13,000 plus 24% of the amount over $86,000 that you made. So if you made $100,000 even, you automatically owe $13,000 on the 86. But then the other $14,000 that you made, you got to pay 24% on top of that.
That's right.
Wow.
So when people come to you and you say, man, I don't understand why I owe so much money. You owe so much money because you did not read these tax implications prior to you making all this money, and then go find somebody like Ethel who could put that money into some type of tax shelter so that you could turn around and not owe all of the money to the IRS. The key thing in business and in investing, not only in yourself, because the key to successful business is knowing that the person who is the business is you. You are the business. And you have to invest in yourself in order for the business to grow. A couple of weeks ago, I stated that the key to being a successful business person is to live by the ABC method. And the ABC method, again, always be closing. Every time you open your mouth and you talking to somebody that's not in your family, you need to be figuring out how they're going to invest in what you're selling. And what you're selling is always yourself. No one can sell you better than you. So, with that being said, remember, it doesn't matter who wins the election. What matters is what tax laws are going to be implicated when you turn over. Remember, if the current president doesn't win, he's already put the tax laws in place. So come December 31st, we stuck with whatever he put in place until January, until 2022. So you got to be prepared for it regardless. If the new president replaces the incumbent president, he cannot change the laws for 2021 because he doesn't even take the seat until after January.
Right.
Absolutely correct.
So those are the things that you have to remember, you have to look out for. And at the end of the day, stimulus packages are great, but read the fine print, because you're going to pay for that money on the back end somehow.
Right.
So true.
That's what I got for y'all tonight.
We're going to have to, I know I am. I'm going to have to go back and watch that again, because you just dropped a lot of knowledge. So yeah, I'm going to have to go back and watch that. But yeah, that is so true. That's so true.
I'm like, listen, we always say we bringing y'all good information. That was some good information for the
Miss
business.
Ethel froze up. She was just ready to say something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still coming back.
Too late to set up some type of retirement fund, since we're all self-employed retirement plan, that you can with one you were working. So,
Miss Ethel, you broke up a little bit. Can you repeat that for us?
Oh, sorry guys, I don't know what happened there, but what I was saying is make sure before 12/31, because most of us is on a fiscal year, make sure if you have made profit that basically you wipe it out. You should be able to wipe most of it out by either adding to your retirement plan, buying new equipment, something so that you don't have to double pay, because most of us double pay taxes. We pay taxes on the money, our business, and then if you're a W-2 employee like I am that get a salary, I got to pay taxes on the money I'm getting as a salary. So I'm double taxed. So just remember that.
Well, I tell you.
So one of the things that Ethel just touched on, which is something very valuable and knowledgeable, is she talked about going and purchasing new equipment. Well, what do most of us like more than anything? New cars,
right?
New toys, right. Okay? But at the end of the day, we all are business people. So if you have a business, you need to go into the IRS laws and you need to look at the tax credit 179. If you look at the tax credit 179, it allows for you to buy a vehicle that's over 6,000 pounds. So it has to be an SUV or a very heavy vehicle. It could be a crossover for some of y'all soccer moms out there or football moms or whatever moms y'all are out there. But you got to have a vehicle, and it has to be a crossover, an SUV. It has to weigh over 6,000 pounds. Okay, here's the kicker. You can write off the full sticker price of the car in the tax year that you buy it.
Yep.
So as Ethel said, if you got $50,000 that you're gonna owe the IRS, take that $50,000 and go buy a new vehicle, because that washes away that tax debt. That washes away that $50,000 debt, as long as it weighs over 6,000 pounds. So that's tax credit 179.
Yep.
Tax credit 179.
Tax credit 179. Okay.
We have had some amazing, good information dropped tonight. Bill, do you have somewhere if people have questions or they want to follow up with you? There is some place that they can contact you?
Sure, they could send an email to info@gestaff.com, or they can reach out to my website, www.gestaff.com, and there's a comments page or there's a contact us page there that they can reach. I'm available at any time if anybody needs any help.
Awesome. And Miss Ethel, where can they reach out to you at?
Yes, you can email me at Ethel, ETHEL, at V as in Victor, Z as in Zebra, D as in Davis, CAPcap.com. And you can go to my website, www.vzdcap.com, and there's info where you can write me and let me know whatever you need. Any questions?
Wow.
There
you go. Let's go get it. Let's go get it.
Right. There you go. Let's go get it. Yes. Make sure you take that information. Some of y'all, and I don't have no shame in saying it, I go back and watch episodes when I know I need to pick up some information just in case I dropped it. Yes. Some of y'all need to go back and watch this part again, right? And that's okay, but make sure you get the information that you need, because that was some crucial information given on both sides. I love how they pinged off each other.
Yeah.
Like,
but just make sure that you love and share, like T said in the beginning. Even if you can't use the information, there's somebody out there that's searching for this information. There's somebody out there that really wants to know this information. Share it with your network so that somebody that needs to hear it can hear it. We're dropping some golden nuggets here for you guys to keep the community moving forward, being intentional, bridging gaps, and building community. Simple as that. So I truly appreciate the two of you for coming on.
Can I have one more thing before we get off the call?
Yes.
I have some good news. Fortune magazine for the month of November is highlighting the new faces of Wall Street, and it's only 31% of Wall Street is done by women. And yours truly was featured in Fortune magazine. And the reason I'm telling this is not to plug me, is to let you know that it is available, whatever your dream is. As somebody said, it takes a team to make your dream come true. Who would have thought a country girl would end up in Fortune magazine as one of the new faces of Wall Street? I am very honored, and I'm here to help other people get into magazines to honor them for what they're doing to change the narrative of our story.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, make sure y'all go out and cop that magazine too, so you can catch what's going on. Congratulations, Miss Ethel.
Thank you.
I want to be in Fortune magazine.
I love you, Bill.
With your hat on. With your hat on.
With the Harvard hat. With the Harvard hat. Go on.
We so love you guys and appreciate you. But as always, time flies when we're having fun. That's that time. That's our show tonight, guys. Make sure sure you share love. You like, love, share this episode. Somebody needs this information. There's business owners that need it. There's people that are going through breast cancer that needs Miss Wanda's information. Make sure you don't be selfish and you share the love tonight, you guys. Also, make sure you tune in Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Behind the Scenes Chat. Again, we'll be hosting Miss Donna Hopkins from Hopkins Breast Cancer Inc., all about her 5K event that's coming up. Make sure you tap into that. And whatever you do, if you haven't already done so, make sure you go and vote tomorrow. Your voice needs to be heard. Make it count, y'all. This is a monumental election. We thank you guys for watching. Remember, today is a great day to make a difference in the lives of those around you. I'm Lynn Tate.
And I'm Sherri Cook.
And this has been B3rdPower here on You Broadcast Media. You guys have a fantastic night and see you on Wednesday.
Good night.